Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and we're still in the hotel. This is going to be the last day I'm in the hotel. Tomorrow, I will finally be getting back home. It won't be till way late at night, so even tomorrow, we might still have a couple more hotel videos. But we're getting closer and closer to things getting back to normal, but still, we're making the best out of this. I appreciate you guys. Yesterday, there was still a ton of support on the videos, so thank you. But today, we do still have some big news to talk about. As always, the show must go on, and today we are talking about some big updates to the TSM roster. One of the last couple rosters that we don't know a whole lot about, one of those obviously being TSM still, but we're finding out some more pieces to the puzzle every single day. Make sure you guys check out the first link in the description below for my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/I_am_Germ. If you haven't checked it out by now, if you haven't followed, prime, subbed, all that good stuff, you're definitely missing out. I think, honestly, I'm really happy and proud of the content we've been making over there, and I would appreciate it a ton. But with that being said, let's get right into this. And the big news today, the bloop scoop. We have heard for the past couple of weeks from Reggie directly that Huni and Spica were going to be returning for 2022. And then over the last couple of weeks, we've seen slowly but surely, Power of Evil. Thank you, Power of Evil, getting announced, and Power of Evil being on the move. Looks like he's going to end up at Immortals. We saw that Lost got a thank you Lost post, and it looks like he's going to be going to Golden Guardians. Good for him. I think that's awesome for Lost. I think Golden Guardians is probably a great place for him to be. I think he needs to be on like a middle to lower tier team to start to gain more confidence to really go up. I don't think Lost is bad. I just don't think he's what TSM is looking for, at least at this point in his career. For Power of Evil, yeah, Immortals is probably a massive step down. It kind of sucks, but I think he's going to a decent situation, and it's better than not being in the LCS at all. And then we saw thank you Sword Art as well, and I don't know where Sword Art is going to be going just yet. Could be LPL, could be PCS, who knows, but it seems like all the TSM members will still end up at least in reasonable situations and good homes, so good on the TSM organization for all that. But obviously, only having top and jungle locked in, the question has been, what is going to be going on with the rest of these guys? And that gets us to today, the big news. I know I started and then kind of got away from it. But the big news is that TSM has now agreed to a buyout with Team Liquid for Tactical to be their new AD carry for 2022. And I know there is a ton of mixed opinions about this. Some people are very excited, thinking it's a big pickup for TSM. And some people are definitely upset, a little bit underwhelmed, thinking, oh, we could have got Reckless. We could have got Teddy. We could have got whatever big name import AD carry. Looking at TL having Han Sama and then us getting Tactical is maybe a little bit disappointing, maybe a little bit underwhelming, but I think it's good. And the reason I think it's good is, one, just looking at where TSM was last year, obviously with Tactical. I don't hate Tactical. I don't think he was terrible. I don't think he was awful. I think he was a good teammate. I think he worked really hard. He seems like a nice guy. And he was okay. Sometimes he was even good, but I don't think he was ever great. And I think TSM, where their goals and aspirations are at this point, it is looking for someone to be great. And Tactical, I think, is usually good. He's bad sometimes. He is usually good, though. And sometimes he is great. He absolutely, in his 2-year LCS career, has shown signs of greatness. This is a guy who has constantly been on good teams, constantly played in big games throughout the LCS regular season, throughout the LCS playoffs. We're talking about Worlds. He hasn't made it out of groups at Worlds yet, but I believe he's won 3 games each time at Worlds. So, there's at least some amount of talent there. I do think a big, very fair question to ask is, how much did Core JJ kind of, help him look better? How good is he going to be without Core JJ? I think, like I said, I think that's a very fair question. And we're going to find out. I don't know. How much does your support really help you? Because, at the end of the day, yes, your support can help you in lane, your support can help you do things, but you still have to do it. In the team fights, he's still got to be the one auto-attacking. He's still got to be the one positioning. He's still got to be the one doing the damage, staying alive. So I think it's unfair to give too much of the credit to Core JJ. Yes, give Core JJ the credit for, some lane phases, or for the team playing well, or for helping prepare Tactical and all that stuff, but I don't think it's fair to say that Tactical is bad until we actually see him do bad without Core JJ. I'm still having very high expectations. I'm also excited because I think Tactical is going to be a big step up from Lost. Yes, has Tactical had some not great moments in his career? Has he had some big throws? Has he had some big errors, some big blunders, some bad plays? Yes, and yes. but to even be able to throw, to be able to even choke in a big moment, to be able to, make a bad play in some of the situations that he's done, you have to get yourself to those situations in the first place. And when I'm looking at a team like TSM, when they're going 0-6 at Worlds, they're not having a ton of throws. They're not having a ton of blunders. They're not having a ton of big chokes. They're just getting kind of slapped around and just losing. And then the other 3 years, TSM also isn't throwing any games at Worlds or making any big clutch mistakes or anything like that because they're on their couch at home watching. So I think it's unfair to, be too critical of Tactical, a guy who's, playing in big games, playing in big moments, and sometimes showing up, sometimes not. Yes, he does play too aggressive. He does play too crazy. Even at this Worlds, when he had the Tristana rocket jump into the bush that ends up losing Team Liquid the game, I'm thinking, how does he think that's okay? How in his mind was that a good play to make? What is he thinking? How is he still doing that stuff after 2 whole years? But then I kind of come to the realization that it's only 2 years. He could still grow. He could still get better. Even if he doesn't, even if he just plateaus, still an upgrade over Lost, and still I think can bring something good to TSM. I also think it's a good sign for TSM that somebody that was once in the organization is willing to come back. Obviously, there's been a lot of drama, controversy, everything surrounding TSM with Doublelift coming out and saying stuff. Even Treats was kind of taking some shots at TSM on Twitter, talking about how when people leave TSM, they do better. Talking about how he was an MVP candidate. He thinks Lost is going to leave TSM and pop off. Obviously, Tactical has never played at the LCS level with TSM, so maybe he hasn't been able to have as many interactions with Reggie and the LCS staff and all that stuff. So who knows? But obviously, I know that him and Speak have a very, very good relationship, and hopefully they're going to be set up in a position for success. I think Tactical is one of the best resident AD carries in North America. Now that FBI and Osh players are resident, obviously the competition gets a little stiffer, but I think Tactical is one of the best options you can have, especially considering this now leaves TSM to have 2 import slots open. And, TSM Chovy rumors and Hopium and everything just won't go away, but there is tons of Korean options in the mid lane and support that are available. Obviously, we've seen Cloud9 go out and make some splashes. I do fully still expect TSM to get some Korean players in both the mid lane and the support positions. I don't know how big the names are going to be. I don't know how good these players are going to be. But it seems like TSM is still going to make some interesting splashes. And obviously, Tactical can help be a part of that by being a good resident AD carry and, being able to speak the language and everything and helping those people come over here, feel comfortable, fit in, and kind of show them the way of the LCS in North America and all that stuff, but also hopefully learn some things about good League of Legends from them as well. So in what has been kind of an underwhelming, disappointing offseason for TSM, I do think this Tactical move is a good one. I think it is an exciting one. I think if you are a TSM fan and you are not excited to have Tactical, I think you are, sadly mistaken. I hope Tactical is able to prove everyone wrong. I am pretty excited for this move. I can't wait to see how he does in a TSM uniform, once again. I do think it's kind of dumb. It sucks for TSM that they had this guy, they let him walk, and now they end up paying a buyout for a player that was already theirs in the beginning. That kind of seems like TSM's way of doing business, and I wish they would stop doing that stuff. I wish when they got a good guy like Tactical, they promoted him and gave him a chance. But better late than never. Tactical getting his chance with the LCS team for TSM in 2022. I'm hyped. I'm excited. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Tell me, drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about TSM Tactical? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.